Hello everyone, Suzanne here. Happy Hanukkah. It is the 10th of December, and my thoughts, of course, along with many, are turned to the uncertainties and unpredictabilities that remain with us. We've been talking a little bit the past while about disillusionment. And the last time we talked a little bit about our addiction to competence. And if ever you want to see some competence on fire, it's like getting ready for Christmas. It can really crush us with its demands, its ideals, its ideas of how we're supposed to be, of what our love life, family life, work life is all supposed to be. And of course, the most ambitious of all, what our spiritual life, the spiritual ego is very, very ambitious, and what that should look like. So with that being said, I want to share with you my anchor for the Christmas season. And I think it's probably a favorite of many of yours, and that is the wonderful Dickens story, Christmas Carol. The old original with Alistair Sims, of course, is my personal favorite. So why? I mean, we don't really think of it as a feel-good movie, and yet it's a profound movie that touches on so many things, aspects of what it is to be human, what it is to be spiritual, what it is to live with an open heart. So I thought we would, over the next couple of times, visit the ghosts of Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas future. So, as with the movie, we'll start with Christmas past. What does that mean? He was remarkable in this piece of literature. I think he really gave us the story of what it is to wake up to who we really are. Like Scrooge woke up on Christmas morning to who he really was, and to the profound wholeness and joy and love that wasn't delivered to him. It was already there. He just had to pay a few visits to some ghosts. So as I'm thinking about this ghost of Christmas past, really, I think we're often so reluctant to visit the past. I know I have been, and I still remain so in many cases. But the invitation to bring to the table again, to actually set a place for those that you really don't want there, to create a space in your own life and the opportunity to examine. You know, the ghost of Christmas past is really about living an examined life, where we can bring to ourselves all the failures. Yes, the joys, but it isn't the joys that keep us from looking at the past. It's our failures. our failures as friends, as sisters, as brothers, as husbands, as wives, as owners of pets, of really anybody who has lived this life and has had any relationship. It is this ghost that haunts us of where we have either been disappointed or we have disappointed, where we have hurt or we've been hurt. But more often, it is where we carry some shame and some trauma. And as we're now appreciating that often this trauma didn't start with us, there's an awful lot of us carrying legacy burdens from those that have come before us. It leaves our relationships with people in the present tangled, and our relationships with those who maybe have passed or not in our life equally tangled and very much in the dark, in the shadow. So I would like to begin, for me, I literally set a place at the table. I set a plate, I set a napkin for my mom and my dad, and the men in my life that are not in my life, for my marriage failures, for those that I have with no blame one way or the other, I have left, and those that I couldn't be present to. And then I set a place for myself to be present to myself. And to be present to myself means to allow all those ghosts of Christmas past to come forward and sit at the table. And to bring mercy to yourself, a merciful table. And to allow yourself to lament all of those losses, to lament. And as we move then into Christmas present, and then even into Christmas future, this ghost of future Christmases, I want to share with you an interview that I will be doing with Leslie McBain, who is the founder of Mums Stop the Harm. This came as a result of her son's death, a victim of the opioid crisis. Her son's name is Jordan. And I will be sharing that interview with you. And we will talk about death, because this is a profound, it is an inescapable reality that we all know will happen. And yet, somehow, like Scrooge, until we actually are willing to bring it to the table and talk about it, it remains in the shadow as well. And we are frightened of it, and we react to it, and we have anxiety about it, like it's another failure. So this is kind of exciting, because you know how the movie ends. This is what is there for all of us. And let's do it today. Let's not wait. Let's visit. Let's begin with Christmas, the ghost of Christmas past. Set your table. I'm going to set mine. We know how it ends. we know the rich, full wholeness and truth that abides in your heart and in mine. Bye for now.